Hello Bears and site of Gers TV. Just a quick video. It's an after-match reaction. I done a pre-match a pre-match show, so I did say I would do an after-match. As bad as the game was, we've got to have a chat about it. Where do you start? I've gave it an hour to have a wee think about things and to analyse them. We can sit all day and we can blame the penalty. That, in my opinion, it wasn't a penalty. However, that doesn't take away from the facts of the matter. The facts of the matter are Rangers weren't good enough tonight. They were nowhere near good enough, and the tactics, I think, were completely wrong. I blame the management for that. I've got to say, Gio should have changed the tactics. I didn't like the way we set up. There's a quick comment came in here. I'm going to read it for Davey Heard because I agree with everything he said on it. Tactics, hard work, energy, desire, passing tempo, goal threat, aggression. Some of the things we decided we didn't need tonight. Yes, the penalty decision defied belief, but that wasn't a Rangers performance, and the players and management team should be ashamed of themselves. Can't disagree with any of that. I mean, for example, Lundstrom, great player, and you're playing was it a back three, was it a back five? It kind of seemed to change, and you're playing in my opinion, your most dangerous player in the right side of the defence when he should have been in amongst it. The midfield was non-existent. The young boy Sands struggled a lot. He had a good game at the weekend when he came on, but he struggled a lot. He was nearly sent off, and Rangers still didn't want to change it. Making changes with 25 minutes to go, we finally realised we had to change that here. Change it over. I was absolutely raging by watching it. Again, there's so many people you could pick out that just didn't step up to the plate. Ryan Jack, was he fully fit? I don't think he was. Kamara never came out of second gear. Koak, poacher, no very many opportunities for him. They never gave him a lot of service. We sat far too far back. We were defensive. And when you're sitting that far defence, that team's going to come at you. So for the first 5-10 minutes, Rangers looked alright. And then we decided to sit back. And when we sat back, they came at us and started to realise they're going to get chances. And the chances, don't let it take one. They take it. A defensive mistake again. You can blame the goalkeeper. But it was bad defending as well, and the goalkeeper seen it in the last minute and they put the ball in the net. Then what's happening is you don't attack them. So if you don't attack them, what you're doing is you're inviting shots at goal. They get a shot and it's not a penalty. No way was it a penalty. However, if your arm's out, these things can go against you. We've seen before. They can go for you against you, and it went against us tonight, leaving us with a massive uphill task. Bearing in mind that Rangers have never brought back a 2-0 defeat in Europe before, I believe. That's how hard it's going to be. We missed Kent immensely tonight. I didn't think he had a good game at the weekend, but he got a bad injury at the end of it. And we missed Kent big time. That shows you how much we miss him. I've seen people talking about Morelos coming back. Bringing Morelos back, obviously we want him back, but I don't think he's fit. And bringing him back would be a major concern to bring him back next week for that game, although we probably do need him. So I'll read a few comments out, but I'm speechless. It was so bad. I can't give anybody past marks. There's a few sweary words, I don't want to add them into it, but we were rotten, I'll just say. We weren't even that good. Correct, I agree with that. Sands wasn't great. How can you play free to back and still have no one in the middle of the park? Yeah. Again, Scotty Arfield comes on and saves the day at the weekend, nowhere to be seen. I found that incredible. Jack definitely not fit. He just didn't look fit at all. Jack usually runs it. But again, how long was he on the park before the management changes it? Management clueless. Jack is dreadful footballer. He's too slow now, and Lundstrom too slow. Sands too slow. 3 of them should be nowhere near our team. Get Davis back into the team. I think he means Stephen Davis for that. But again, the midfield was non-existent, and it meant there was nothing. There was no options for the attack. The young boy Montando, first 5 minutes looked great. Tillman, first 5 minutes looked great. Two of them just totally died out of the game. I would have had Sakala on at some point, and I probably started with him, to be fair, but I would have definitely played him at one point, and the subs weren't made far too late. It could have been 3, and I think Rangers are very lucky. With Tav kicking the ball off the line in the last minute, it would have been 3, and it wouldn't have surprised me, and I'll be honest, they definitely deserved their win, and it could even have been 4 by some of the chances that they had. Somebody's saying stop making excuses for Jack. He's rotten. I'm not making any excuses for him. I was saying he didn't look fit and he had a bad game. Not much more I can say on that. Alright, Si mate, Port Bear from Rangers Radio. Well, I was listening to these guys, that's how I waited till you were finished there. I was having a listen. Can't play wing backs with wingers. 3-5-2 doesn't suit that style of play. Kolak, no service to the man, I agree with that. We showed them too much respect, mate. 100%, Mark, I agree with that 100%. I mean, they're a good enough team to be at that stage to play against us, but even if we were to overturn this, we're looking at PSV or Monaco in the next round, and if Rangers played like that tonight against them, we would get embarrassed. It's as simple as that. The tactics, in my opinion, were just completely wrong. I don't get why they played those tactics. And I think we should have went for it. We should have went for should have went out for the victory. Poor team selection. Borna Barisic, I asked myself, defensive, is it? He was unlucky with the free kick, aye. Defensively, is he that great? I don't think he is. The whole defence, has it get any better for last year? That was my biggest problem, hasn't he? We've now left ourselves with an uphill task. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that what happens, the Rangers can overturn it next week. But let us know your thoughts on it, guys. There's not much more I can say. To say Lundstrom is poor is shocking. Been great while the setup was shocking. I don't know who said Lundstrom was poor. I don't know if that's one of the comments there, but I didn't say Lundstrom was poor. I said he was played out of position and he didn't get it. It wasn't effective. Was the point I was making. He would have played a lot better if he was in the midfield. Again, in my opinion, I just think we packed it at defence. We seem to be more worried about them scoring than us scoring, and because of that, we were ineffective. We invited them to come for us. Sorry, that's just one of the comments. So I picked that up, Brian. Fair enough. We invited them to come at us, and they came at us. They scored. Then they get the freak with the penalty. You win some, you lose some. You've got to accept that. But all round, we've got to up our game for next week. And as well as that, we've got to up it for Kilmarnock, because there was times against Livingston we weren't at the races either. We need to get the finger out quick. We need to get the defence sorted. Again, if you're going to give the manager praise for getting us to the final of Europa, in the Scottish Cup final and winning it, you need to criticise when he gets it wrong. 10 minutes to go and it shows you him on the television and he looked lost, to be fair. Some of the subs he made I thought were good subs, but they were far too late in the game. The boy Lawrence looks as if he's not going to be fair to shoot, he's going to have a go at teams, but when you're 2-0 down at that stage of the game, you're terrified that they score, and the players looked that way as well. The setup was wrong, in my opinion. It was just completely wrong. A few people were saying about Lundstrom is too slow. It's just a debate guys are having, fair enough. It wasn't the individual, the whole team just didn't seem to click. We seem to be so defensive and so far back, and so many mistakes, and we don't seem to be improving on the mistakes. Again, it's just one of these nights. You're lost for words when you watch it. I've seen people blaming the goalkeeper and things like that, but we badly miss Ryan Kent in a European night. That's without doubt. The players that have came in, you're bringing in new players into a game like that. You're making it hard for them. I would have played the tried and tested. I'd have definitely had Scotty Arfield on. I would have had Sakala on, and the new players that are at the club, let them bed in. But I wouldn't have played them all. So many of them on the one night. Ben Davies came on. Actually thought some of the cross balls that he was putting in looked good right enough. Again, we're not out of the tie. We have still got a chance. That'll be a big game at Ibrox next week, and hopefully Rangers can pull it back. There's a couple of comments come in here. Don't know what game you watched, but the whole squad played crap. Open your eyes. Thanks for that, David. I watched the Rangers game. What game do you think I watched? It's a Gers TV. I've not defended one player in the team, so if you actually listen to the video, there's no one player in the Rangers team that I've defended, so don't know what you want. What do you want me to say? I'm saying every one of them had a bad game, so if that's not what you're wanting me to say, I don't know what you want me to say. You just need to keep your heads up, guys. We need to get back into it next week. Hopefully we can turn that around. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for watching the other videos we've done in the past. Remember, we've got a great podcast that's taking place now with the Rangers history. Davey Heard it was on earlier on with Gordon. They do that, and it's been really, really successful so far, talking about the glory days of Rangers players and the club. So guys, just thank you very much. It's not been a good night for the club, it's not been a good night for the team. Sadly for the supporters and loyal fans that travelled over there, the game was garbage. But if I've done videos when we win, you've got to do them when you lose. Win, lose or draw, it's a Glasgow Rangers story. Quick couple of comments before I go. We set up the same as Leipzig away in the Europa semi-final. The Belgian team would have lost... Sorry, I think it means if we did. The Belgian team would have lost 5-0 to them. We should attack these teams. Do you think VAR is still a good idea? I've always been, Caroline, I've always been 50-50 with VAR. Tonight I didn't like it, obviously, but if it went for us, I'd have a different opinion. Somebody's saying they love my top, thank you very much. Are you going to Derry Day? I'm thinking about it. I'm more thinking about going over for that. I'm going to have a look at flights this week. John McLaughlin is not Gers class. Well, fair play. That's a comment. It's early doors with him. He's not had that many games. He never let us down much last year. But I think he's seen the goal late. Was it the defence was him? I really don't know. But he needs to. The whole defence need to up their game, and they need to up their game quick. Too much passing from side to side all the time, not pushing forward. 100% David. Onwards and upwards, Rangers till I die. Support, win, lose or draw. Sorry, there was absolutely no urgency in the team and we couldn't make a pass again. Jimmy, I agree with that. It just seemed to, it was almost like at times it was a pre-season friendly. They're literally fanning about left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right, crab football when they should have been going direct. Very few chances in the game, really. They didn't have that many chances, but they took the vital one and then they get the penalty kick. The luck went for them for that, fair enough. But they were unlucky not to make it 3 with the one in the line. So we've came out it less harm done than it could have been, to be fair. Guys, that's me for the night. There's not much more I can do. I'm quite tired. I've got stuff to do tomorrow. Thank you very much once again, guys. I'll put a wee link up to the Patreon site. Anybody's interested in joining, you know what it is. And we have a fantastic prize coming up for it. And that prize is in the video here. Never forget, guys, win, lose or draw, we are the people.